Hi everyone, welcome to Tailgate Talks. I'm Erin Laborie, Nebraska Extension Educator, and today I'd like to discuss some ways we can reduce heat stress in cattle, especially for those that are holding on to fat cattle right now until they can be harvested. So for starters, and this one may seem like common sense, but providing plenty of fresh water for cattle is going to be important during these heat events. When the temperatures get above 80 degrees, cattle require nearly twice as much water to where they're drinking about 30 gallons per day. And so having access to plenty of fresh water is very important. Sprinklers with a large droplet size can be used to help cool the cattle and pen surfaces when the conditions are dry. Because in cases when the moisture and humidity levels are already high, using sprinklers will just make the problem worse. So be cautious of this. Bedding pens is another way to help cool the pen surface, and providing shade can help reduce the heat load on cattle up to 20 degrees. If you have the ability to move cattle away from windbreaks in the summer months, this can really help improve airflow throughout those pens, because as we know, wind is definitely our friend when it comes to reducing heat stress. You can also consider reducing the amount of feed delivered in the morning to help lower the heat load on cattle, starting the morning before a heat event occurs. And for cattle that need to be processed, it's really best to handle them early in the mornings and not anytime after 10 a.m. Some resources that can be helpful in determining when cattle are at risk for heat stress include the temperature humidity index chart, the U.S. Meat Animal Research Center website, which has weekly cattle heat stress forecasts, and the Nebraska Mesonet website, which has real-time maps and calculates a cattle comfort index. And you can find links for all of these resources in the description. As you watch the weather for potential heat events, keep an eye out for predicted temperatures in the 80s and 90s, especially following a rain and in cases where the wind's going to be less than 5 miles per hour for several days. When temperatures stay above 70 degrees, cattle really have a hard time cooling off overnight and preparing for the next day's heat. And so being proactive rather than reactive is really important when it comes to avoiding train wrecks in terms of heat stress. But if you have questions, please feel free to leave us a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.